I'm a Christian.
But you're a buffet Christian, just not that part of Christianity.
No,
That's like turn the other cheek's a pretty important part of Christianity.
But when somebody disrespects me, then I'm gonna come right back at you. Yeah.
Think of it as a hard time.
Let me take off my mask.
Oh man, I was gonna make fun of you for that.
Huh?
I was gonna make fun of you for that.
Oh, hell
You want to leave it on?
I don't even want to wear the damn thing. I got.
Wait, we're rolling on this part, right?
Both vaccines, the booster, and I still have to wear the mask. What the fuck?
Oh, well, let me back up for you, sir. What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here today?
My wife. My name is John Van Sickler. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're just here to enjoy Thanksgiving.
And I just noticed your hat and had to say hi to a fellow jarhead and make fun of you for wearing a mask here at a casino.
Well, I guess I'm totally against it. Like I said, I've had both vaccines, the booster. Heck, when I was in the service, they shot me up with all kinds of stuff, and I got through all of that, and now they're saying I gotta be 6 feet away from the lady that's holding the camera. I don't.
And you did 2 tours in Vietnam, right?
66, 67.
Yeah. What was your MOS, sir?
I was a field radio operator. Those guys with the whip antenna running around out there. I'm sure you've seen.
I'm old core enough. We had those in boot camp, but not deployed. Yeah, the Prick 118 or Pricky 7. I think it was a Pricky 7 we had. We had a few of those.
Oh yeah, we had the 25.
Yeah. Okay. So, when you look back on that time, and the sort of lessons of Vietnam, and seeing my generation having gone to Iraq and Afghanistan, personally Fallujah 2004. Earned my combat action ribbon there. Do you think there's some maybe generational lesson we're missing here?
You mean as far as the new generation, or?
Well, maybe as America as a whole, in terms of militarism, foreign policy, handling the military, the troops, where we get deployed. People refer to the global war on terror as echoes of Vietnam syndrome, all that. What would you say are the biggest lessons we didn't learn from Vietnam?
Well, you would have thought that one of the biggest lessons was when we pulled out. Okay? We pulled out, but we took everybody with us, most of the equipment and all that other stuff. Now, you would have thought...
Just basic strategic logistics shit. We would have gotten it right this time.
You would have thought they would have got it right this time. And what do? Not only do they leave people behind, they leave all the equipment behind and all this other stuff. So I'm not sure that anybody learned anything from that.
Hold on. I want to zero, because I wanted to go in bigger directions with that question, but I want to home in now on what you're getting at there. Because do you really think that the planners, the architects of this foreign policy, are that fucking stupid or ignorant of history, or do you think they did it on purpose?
I think they're stupid.
Really?
Absolutely. I think if they had listened to the generals instead of
the politicians and the Cheney and
Brandon, is his name? I can't.
Let's go, Brandon. That guy.
But instead of listening to those kind of people that are obviously somebody's making something off of this deal, that if they would have listened to the generals and done what the generals wanted them to do, but I'm a hardcore Marine, so I think that's the way it should have gone. Leave the military to the military, leave all that other stuff to the other people, and we'll see what happens. Okay. But I think it's junk. Okay. I think they're really stupid.
Speaking of listening to the generals, you've heard of Major General Smedley Darlington Butler, of course, right?
Absolutely.
And what do you know of him?
I think I have a tattoo.
No way. I got Chesty Puller on my right butt cheek.
Well, I got a pair of lips.
with your sergeant major's name on?
Oh no! And when I die, you can just bury me upside down.
Okay, so they told you about Smedley Butler in boot camp, right?
Right.
He's in your green Bible, and what would you learn about him from that?
Well, it's not only him, but it's a bunch of people that all the people coming up. They made the Corps what the Corps was, and they made the military what the military was. So why wouldn't somebody? God rest his soul, Powell, but why wouldn't people listen to Powell? Why wouldn't people listen to the people that they had? And
Well, I want to go back to Smedley Butler because I'm a big fan of Smedley Butler personally.
Oh, yeah,
Did they tell you the book that he wrote when he got out of the Marine Corps?
not that I remember. I'm 78 years old. So.
Well, this is one of the things that really pissed me off about the miseducation boot camp, because they tell you 2 medals of honor, all the banana wars, all the bravery and everything else that Smedley Butler was involved in, but they don't tell you that when he got out of the military, he wrote a book called War is a Racket, and he describes himself in that book as a high-class muscle man for big business, and he talks about the reality of war being that it's always poor men dying to line rich men's pockets. And to me, if it seems that there's anything most important to learn about the Vietnam experience, is that a lot of poor men got put in harm's way and a lot of rich assholes got a lot richer. And we see that with the global war on terror now. And I would hope that, if we could, it wasn't easy for me to face that a lot of the Marines that I watched bleed out into the sand died for literal lies. And from just recent news, there's a lot of lies about the global war on terror, right? Not even going back to all the root causes and weapons of mass destruction and yada, 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 right? But it's hard for me to face up to that. It's been hard for me to admit that I put my life on the line because I was lied to. And a big part of what got me out of that was reading Smedley Butler. And I would hope that you would take that as an opportunity and an invitation for me, at least, sir, to listen to the generals and that perspective, and maybe make sure that we can, I want to make sure that mine is the last generation of combat veterans the world ever knows. I think that if we really learn the lessons, we sweat in peace so that we bleed less in war. And we study in peace so that unnecessary wars don't ever happen again, right?
No, I'm not. Smedley was one of many, right? So be it. But I think it's up to us to do our own research. I think we go out, we deal with what we got to do. As far as what was that beautiful thing you said about bleeding and
the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war.
bullshit.
You've heard that before, right?
Yeah, I'm going to get up. I want to kick butt. Okay? If somebody, they're over there yelling death to all Americans, well, shoot, man, take me on over. Wheel me over there, and I'll do what I want. I'm not going to, I want to die on the battlefield. I don't want to die, oh, I'm sorry, and, you're right. No, bullshit. I want to go out the right way. And I think the right way is when somebody, there's something in the Bible. You slap one cheek.
Turn the other cheek.
Not me. I'm going to knock the shit out of you.
So you're not a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
But you're a buffet Christian, just not that part of Christianity.
No.
Turn the other cheek's a pretty important part of Christianity.
But when somebody disrespects me, then I'm going to come right back at you. And that's what I think is happening with some people, okay? And if it means war, let's go to war. I'm not going to turn the other cheek in that respect.
Well, speaking of you doing your own research, like you said, what do you know about the Gulf of Tonkin incident?
You know what? It doesn't matter what I know. If you tell me let's go do our thing over there, I'll go with you.
Doesn't matter if it's a lie. Gulf of Tonkin was a lie. It was completely fabricated.
But how'd you find out?
I did my own research, like you said.
Afterwards.
Well, I wasn't alive when it happened.
What? This is what I'm saying.
I fell for it too. I fell for the global war on terror the same way you fell for the Gulf of Tonkin bullshit for Vietnam.
When somebody says, let's go, all right,
I'm going to learn to question them next time.
You're a
So
Marine.
innocent people don't die. So I don't see my buddies die for lies.
You're a Marine.
Right?
Okay. So if
I'm a warrior before a soldier. I'm going to do the right thing before I'm going to just follow orders blindly and serve bankers, politicians, and war profiteers, sir.
in the service, you do what you're supposed to do.
You follow lawful orders, and what you're actually supposed to do is question unlawful orders. And if there's no constitutional declaration of war, you're supposed to refuse even your deployment orders to a theater of war where war is being conducted illegally. It was a violation of the U.S. Constitution.
I can't do that. It's not here.
You can't follow the law. You can't follow the law. You can't honor your oath that you swore to the Constitution when you enlisted, because that's what you did.
I can't go along with what you're saying because it's not in here.
So you're going to go along with liars and bankers and the rich men who profit from war instead of the working man who die and suffer from those wars, who suffer because of those lies.
I guess so. I guess that's the way I'm built. Okay? Marine?
Well, sir, I really appreciate you sharing honestly like a Marine, and I hope everybody can learn from this.
But I want to see the tattoo.
All right, well, I'll give you the last word if there's anything else you want to say to my audience. So
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm one guy that got stopped and asked for an interview, expressed my opinion. He's got his, and but I'll still.
At least you know Marines can have a conversation, right?
But I'll still take him with me, even though he's going to research it and do all that other crap. But
I'm the guy in the fighting hole with a book, right? Hoorah, sir.
Hoorah. Take care. And happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
We will meet that challenge with courage and love, and as always, we the people will prevail.